Bonjour, voici vidéo 12C sur le verbe plus l'infinitif. When you are using a conjugated verb and an infinitive, there are certain verbs that must use a tiny preposition in between the conjugated verb and the infinitive. Some will use the preposition a, some will use the preposition de, and some, quite a few, won't need anything in between. So look at your lists on page 180 to make sure that, page 179 and 180, to make sure that you know which verbs are going to need a preposition, which verbs are not going to need the preposition. And then at the very bottom of page 180, remember that there are some that will use a and a person, and de and a verb. So I want to go over that because we mentioned it in class, but we didn't really focus on it. So look at demander à quelqu'un de. Let's look at an example sentence. Ma mère demande à mon frère de rentrer plus tôt. My mother asks my brother to return early or earlier. In English, we don't say asks to my brother to, of returning early. We don't say that way in English. But in French, this is a grammatical construction that must be followed. And before a person and the verb demander, you've got to have a. And before the infinitive, you've got to have de. So memorize especially those four right there, where you have à quelqu'un, de faire quelque chose. À in a person and de in the infinitive. All right, let's do an exercise together. Exercice D. Choisissez. Choose. À la page 181. 181. Complétez ces phrases à l'aide des prépositions à ou de seulement là où il le faut. So you're going to be completing these sentences, with the help of the prepositions à or de only when it is necessary. Il le faut, when it is necessary, when you must have them or it. Modèle. Jean hésite à répondre à la question. Je regrette de quitter mes amis. Je veux aller à la piscine. Ou tu veux aller à la piscine avec moi. So they gave you an example of each here. Until you have these memorized, you'll probably have to look back. But do work on memorizing these. Go over these at once a day until you have them pretty well down. Pretty well down. That it's just natural you think hésiter à, regretter de, aimer, don't need anything. Vouloir, don't need anything. You need to be pretty familiar with these. All right, let's give it a try. Ma nièce déteste, and that would be nothing. Ma nièce déteste tricoter. She detests knitting. So numéro 1, nothing in between. Détester does not need a preposition. So the first one, we're just going to put a line like this. Numéro 2. Vas-tu cesser? And then pleurer. Cesser needs the preposition de. Vas-tu cesser de pleurer? Okay, cesser de. Numéro 3. J'espère trouver un emploi aujourd'hui. I hope to find a job today. Espérer does not need a preposition, so j'espère trouver, I hope to find. Numéro 4. Aimez-vous dîner dans les restaurants chinois? Do you like to eat or dine out in Chinese restaurants? The verb aimer does not take à or de. So aimez-vous dîner? Aimez-vous dîner? Nothing in between. 5. Paul promet m'aider avec mon algèbre. Paul promises to help me with my algebra. Promettre needs the pronoun de. Preposition de. And promet, il promet de m'aider. Okay, but that one needs a de. 6. Joseph continue mentir à ses parents. He continues to lie to his parents. Il est méchant. He's a bad boy. So what do we need with continue? Il continue à Il continue à mentir. Okay? 7. Les enfants doivent-ils apprendre à faire du patin à roulettes? Do the children, or must the children learn how to roller skate? And apprendre takes à. So we've got apprendre à. What was the rest of it? Faire du patin à roulettes. So learn how to go roller skating. Numéro 8. Nous désirons voir une pièce de théâtre. We want to see a theater movie, a theater play. Yeah, a theater movie. No, I said the wrong thing. I'm sorry, guys. It's late. A theater play. And do we need désirer? Do we need something after that? No. Désirer does not take a preposition in between. Nous désirons voir. Nice and simple. Numéro 9. Le criminel hésite. And then that little tout is not going to throw us off. That's just a little bit of, that's a little adverb there to go with avouer au juge. So he hesitates to confess everything, all, to the judge. And with hésiter, we need à. So il hésite. There's a thing there. À tout avouer. He hesitates to do that. Et numéro 10, Pierre oublie toujours and faire ses devoirs. So do we need oublier? Again, toujours isn't going to throw us off. That's just an adverb saying how often he forgets. And with oublier, we do need de. So Paul oublie toujours de faire ses devoirs. And that one needs de in between. Okay? And if you have any questions, of course, feel free to contact me. And just spend time memorizing those verbs and prepositions. All right, that's the end. Au revoir.